Welcome to this critique of Ocenaudio, a digital tool that's used for manipulating or recording audio files. I chose to use this tool for my critique because I really know nothing about working with audio files. And Ocenaudio has a reputation for being really simple and very basic, although powerful. So I figured that was the best way for me as a beginner to start out. As you can see from the homepage here, that's it. It's a very basic site. There's a little bit of information about the product here, just a couple of blurbs, and there's a highlight of some of the major features of the product, but we really don't get much until we download the actual Ocenaudio program. So yes, this is something that you need to download in order to use it. This might be something you want to take into consideration if you need an administrator in your classroom before you can install something on your computer. So just something to keep in mind. But it is a free download. You'll be asked if you want to give a donation, but other than that, there's no advertisements or nothing that's too intrusive. You'll run through a quick setup wizard once you do download the product, and then you'll be up and running through a shortcut on your homepage. So I'm going to minimize this, and I'm out here on my desktop, and you can see the shortcut here. I'll double click, and this will bring us right into the main page. So we're in, and as you can see, it is indeed basic, reflective of the basic website that we just saw. So although there's not a lot of controls here, I do think that's kind of nice because as a beginner, it means that there's really not a lot of places for me to go wrong. So it is really easy for students to sort of follow instructions and log in and follow the commands that they're given so that they can do their own recordings if you're integrating this into a classroom project. You can drag and drop files here to work with, or you can record directly into the program, which is what I'm going to do to give us a little demo. I'm going to keep the default settings. Welcome to Ocenaudio by Tiffany. Okay, so now we have a demo file to work with so I can show you some of the features. Across the top here, you can see as I slide this bar back and forth, you can see where I was speaking. I'm going to go back to the beginning, and I'm going to stretch so we can see the entire recording as one whole. And the file for this recording is right here in the left-hand bar. So if we go back to the beginning, you can hear what we recorded. Welcome to Ocenaudio by Tiffany. And that's our recording. One of the nice things too is that you can link recordings together. So if you have multiple people working and collaborating on a project, you can link their recordings and their audio files together and then create one whole document, one whole audio file from that. So that's really nice for collaboration. Okay, so as you heard in my sample recording here, I had some dead air. So let's look at how we can manipulate these files. If I click right here in the audio file, I can highlight that dead air at the beginning. I'm going to go up here to edit, which is where all of our major controls are. I'm going to go to delete selection, and then I'm going to do the same thing at the end. I'm going to highlight, edit, delete selection, and I'm going to do it in the middle. I'm going to highlight here, edit, delete selection. So now when we go back to play our file, we should have a lot less dead air. Welcome to Ocenaudio by Tiffany. Okay, so now we've got a finished product here. There's some more that we can do. I'm gonna reduce some of the background noise. There was a little hum in the background noise in the background. I'm not sure if you're going to hear it through this screencast recording, but I'm going to go to automatic noise reduction here under effects. I don't know enough about noise to manipulate the controls myself. I'm just going to let the product take control here. So you can see it's adjusting some of the background, and I'm going to play it again. Welcome to Ocenaudio by Tiffany. and it reduced that hum that was going on in the background. So I'm going to save this file, save as. I'm going to put it on my desktop, and I'm going to save it as an MP4 file. You can see here there's all different file formats that you can save this on, which is really nice because it helps with integrating this into other programs. So although this site really only has one purpose for recording and manipulating audio, it does have the ability to play nicely with some other programs that are out there. So I'm going to save it as an MP4 on my desktop. I'll close out of this, and you can see this is a file for me now.
Ocenaudio by Tiffany.
And that's it. That's really the extent of using the product. There's obviously a ton more that you can do in here. You can put in some special effects and let's see, delay chorus. I'm going to apply that. And now when I go back to the beginning and play, take a listen.
Welcome to Ocenaudio by Tiffany.
It sounds like there's about 10 of me talking at the same time. So there's a lot of fun little things you can do with this. And it really does require a lot of experimentation because although this site is very user-friendly to navigate, there's not a lot of information about what all of these things mean. So it really means you have to either open up Google and search to find out what, amplitude normalize means, or you have to just try it yourself and figure out if it's something that you want to do. There's always, of course, the undo button, which is great, undo chorus. So you can undo whatever you've done if it wasn't what you wanted. There's also not a lot of information by way of tutorials or templates or things that you can work with to guide you. There's no pop-ups asking, hey, are you sure you want to do this? You just kind of tell it what to do and the program makes it happen. So again, very basic, but very simple to navigate. As far as reliability, the site is obviously always available because it's something that you're downloading right onto your computer. So I did find in my research on the product that it runs nicely in the background and really doesn't cause too much interference with other programs you might be using. It's a beautiful thing that this is a free website. So to avoid spending a fortune on audio software is really a wonderful thing. Safety and privacy really aren't a concern because it's something that's right on your desktop. So it's not something that you need passwords. I didn't have to create an account. So I really didn't need to worry about security at all. So overall, this site is, and the tool is really worth the time it takes to use. It's, again, very basic, but it kind of accomplishes all the things you would want an audio program to do. So I hope that you found this helpful, and I hope you all enjoy using the product.